Cockbain ton helps Gloucestershire to epic chase. Leicestershire built their lead at the end of day 3. Delays had held them up in their hunt for the win, leaving the game delicately poised. They headed into the 4th day of play at the Bristol County Ground, ahead by 271. And from their aggressive approach, it was clear that they were looking to make a charge for the win. Hill and Patel opening the day by trading maximums, the score ticking past 150 and the lead went to 300. Worrell took advantage. His delivery was there to be hit, but Patel could only feather it through to Bracey, out for 44, the bulk scored this morning. Swindles joined in the fun. He wasted no time to clear the boundary off Worrell. But he'd lose Hill, bowled by Higgins. His contribution 39 when he was out to the full toss. The less said about the shot, the better. Mike went 2 balls later, nutmegged, middle stump removed, and another ugly swipe across the line, the culprit. Parkinson was next. He was trying to force the issue with the second run. Cockbain was accurate with the throw to have him run out. Swindles took them to 200, but he'd lose more partners rapidly. Wright gave Higgins his 5-fer with a tame catch chipped back to the bowler. Harry Evans then attempted a quick single, but Dent's arm was lethal, run out, and Parkinson called it there. An hour of the session gone, the score 201. Gloucestershire set 348 to win. They'd taken their opportunity to add some more to the total, and done a good job. 76 added in an hour to make the target a trickier one for their hosts. Higgins had done what he could, taking 5 for 62. Brathwaite and Dent made a solid start, but they'd only get into the 20s. The West Indies international was out off the bowling of Evans, caught in the slips by Patel, gone for 15. Dent then fell to Mike, strangled down the leg side with the target still over 300. Bracey and Lace steered them to the interval at 45 for 2. A big afternoon and evening lay ahead. So often the linchpin for his side, Bracey would depart early after the break. An inside edge onto his stumps off Mike brought his innings to an end for 20. Cockbain and Lace steadied the ship. Their partnership was crucial and took their side towards 100. And there was a life for Lace. He was put down off the bowling of Parkinson. The hosts ticked past 100. The afternoon was being kind to them after the departure of Bracey, and the target was now below 250. Hill was firing in the Yorkers, but he was kept out well by both men. They were solid all the way through to tea, where the score was 132 for 3, 216 still required, but the run rate suggested they were playing for. A Lace boundary at the resumption took the partnership to 100 and the score to 150, but it was an important one for the batsman. It took him to 49 before a single had him on 50, his knock coming from 117 balls. The target was now below 190, not out of reach for the hosts, but they still had a long road ahead. Cockbain sent Evans sailing for 6, Gloucestershire now accelerating in the evening session. Then he joined his partner, 50 runs for the number 5, scored off 112 balls. The required runs dropped below 150 when Cockbain launched Parkinson over the ropes. The two had really put the hammer down. Wright now into the attack, and the latest to get the treatment and disappear over the boundary. The score ticking over 250 soon after, and their required runs was down into double figures. Cockbain's innings came with the reward of 100, his first since 2014, scored off 166 balls and featuring 3 big sixes. But Lace wouldn't be able to follow him. His wait for a maiden ton would have to go on. A catch sent skyward off Parkinson, out for 97. Higgins was a more than able replacement. It wasn't long before he got in on the fun, and the sixes continued to rain down at the Bristol County Ground. The game took on the look of a T20 fixture. Dot balls were the hot commodity, and the hosts were racing towards the winning line. Cockbain wouldn't make it to the end. Another attempted big shot sent straight up and taken by Harris. And then it was 2 in 2. Higgins next to go, a sweep top-edged to Harris, and the Foxes in with a sniff. The finish was tense, but ultimately Gloucestershire was successful. The target achieved with time still left in the game, the final telling blow from Hankins, and the hosts had moved into pole position in Group 2, thanks to a quite remarkable chase. The Foxes' winless start goes on. Perhaps they can finally pick up a victory next week at home to Surrey. Gloucestershire, meanwhile, travel to Lords to face Middlesex. They'll look to keep their good form going.